Hello boys and girls, welcome to Miss Lee's lesson. Today's topic is based on your student's book, page 12 and 13. Unit 1, Towns and Cities. Vocabulary, places in a town or city. The focus for today's lesson is I can talk about places in a town or city. Match 14 of the words in the box with places 1 to 14 on the map of London. Then listen and check.
Unit 1. Vocabulary. Exercise 1. 1.
Library.
2.
Park.
3.
Hotel.
4.
Monument.
5.
Square.
6.
Shop.
7.
Bus station.
8.
Markets.
9.
Cinema.
10.
Restaurants.
11.
Train station.
12.
Theatre.
13.
Bridge.
14.
Office building.
London Guide on page 12 shows many of London's most famous attractions. First one, at the British Library, there are 14 million books. The British Library is Britain's biggest library. It has many important historical books, and it also keeps a copy of every new book that is published in the UK. Second, Regent's Park is a beautiful green area. Regent's Park is a large park which is freely open to the public and also home to London Zoo. Third, the Savoy is a very famous hotel. The Savoy is one of London's top hotels and also one of its most expensive. Fourth, Nelson's Column is a tall monument in the middle of Trafalgar Square. Nelson's Column is a monument to Lord Nelson, a famous naval officer known for his many victories in sea battles. Sixth, Harrods is a very famous shop. Harrods is a famous department store known for its expensive, high-quality goods. Seventh, Victoria Bus Station. London buses stop here. Eighth, Covent Garden. Go shopping in the market. Covent Garden Market is known for selling unusual or handmade clothes, jewelry, and other things. Ninth, the IMAX Cinema. Watch a 3D film here. The IMAX Cinema has a screen 20 meters high and 26 meters wide, which is the largest in Britain. 10th, Chinatown. Eat interesting Chinese food in the restaurants here. Chinatown has over 80 restaurants specializing in Chinese and Asian food. 11th, King Cross Station. Take a train here. 12. The West End is London's theatre district. There are over 30 theatres in London's West End, showing a wide variety of plays and musicals. 13. Tower Bridge. See the River Thames from here. Tower Bridge was opened in 1894. The central part of the bridge between the two towers can be raised to allow tall ships to sail through. 14. The Shard is London's new and very tall office building. The Shard was built from 2009 till 2012 and is 310 meters tall and has 97 stories. Watch and listen to 3 interviews. Which places to the people mentioned?
Is your town a good place to live?
Yes, I think so. It's great that there are a lot of things to do in the evening. There are some cafes, cinemas, restaurants, things like that. It's an interesting place to live.
Have you got a favourite place in your town?
Yes, my favourite place is a French restaurant. I really like French food. There isn't a theatre here, but I like living in this town.
Tell me about your city. Do you like it here?
Yes, it's okay here. I like it. We've got a sports centre near our house, and it's great that there are some parks in the city too.
What do you think of your town?
Well, we've got a library near our house. There's an old bridge and a monument too.
Yes, it isn't very exciting really.
Well, there's a cafe.
Yes, but there's one cafe, and it's at the bus station.
Yes, there aren't any good shops here.
Yeah, it isn't very good to be honest.
No, it isn't great really.
So, from the interviews, the people have mentioned places such as restaurant, bridge, cafe, theatre, sports centre, library, bus station, cinema, shop, park, and also monument. Now, listen again to the interviews and complete the sentences.
1. Simon.
Is your town a good place to live?
Yes, I think so. It's great that there are a lot of things to do in the evening. There are some cafes, cinemas, restaurants, things like that. It's an interesting place to live.
Have you got a favourite place in your town?
Yes, my favourite place is a French restaurant. I really like French food. There isn't a theatre here, but I like living in this town.
2. Lewis.
Tell me about your city. Do you like it here?
Yes, it's okay here. I like it. We've got a sports centre near our house, and it's great that there are some parks in the city too.
3. Sophie and Ben.
What do you think of your town?
Well, we've got a library near our house. There's an old bridge and a monument too.
Yes, it isn't very exciting really.
Well, There's a cafe.
Yes, but there's one cafe, and it's at the bus station.
Yes. There aren't any good shops here.
Yeah, it isn't very good, to be honest.
No, it isn't great, really.
Pay attention to the words in blue. In our next slide, we will talk about this sentence structure. If you watch or listen carefully to the 3 interviews just now, you will notice that all of the people use a same sentence structure. So now let's pay attention to this structure. For singular countable nouns, affirmative sentence, we will use there's. For negative sentence, we use there isn't. So, when we want to describe about a noun starting with consonant sound, we use there's a or there isn't a. While when we want to mention about a noun starting with vowel sound, we use there's an or there isn't an. For plural countable and uncountable nouns, affirmative sentences, we will say there are some, while for negative sentences, we will say there aren't any. Look at these examples. The picture here shows a cinema, and another picture here shows an office building. There's a cinema, there isn't a cinema. There's an office building, there isn't an office building. Do you notice that there is only a slight difference between all these sentences? Yes, we use a to describe a cinema because cinema starts with consonant sound, while office building starts with a vowel sound. So we say an office building. The only difference between these sentences is the article. Look at another examples here. There are 2 cinemas, or we can say there are some cinemas. As for negative sentence, we can say there aren't any cinemas. Please remember, we cannot say there are any cinemas, nor there aren't some cinemas. Look at these incomplete sentences here. You need to write true sentences about your town or city. So it doesn't matter if you want to talk about affirmative sentences or negative sentences. So for sentence number 1, let's look at the noun mentioned here. Area. So area is only 1, and it starts with a vowel sound. So we use an. There's an area called Chinatown, or there isn't an area called Chinatown. For number 2, nice cafes. So it is a plural noun. Plural noun, we should use there are or there aren't. So it should be there are some nice cafes, or there aren't any nice cafes. For number 3, flats. Plural nouns. So we say there are some flats in this area, or there aren't any flats in this area. Number 4, bus station. It is only one bus station. So bus station, bus starts with a consonant sound. So definitely we use a. There's a bus station, or there isn't a bus station. For sentence number 5, monument. It's only one, and monument starts with a consonant sound. So we say there's a monument opposite our school, or there isn't a monument opposite our school. It's time to talk about places in your town or city. You should use the key phrases provided here, and you may refer to the places given in the box. For example, there's a good Chinese restaurant near my house. This is an affirmative sentence, and it talks about a singular noun. It means that there is only one good Chinese restaurant near my house. Another sentence is, there aren't any big shopping centers here. This means that I can't find any big shopping centers here. There might be some small supermarkets or some mini markets, but not big shopping centers. Now it's your turn to talk about our town or city. You may want to look at these pictures for some inspirations. Good luck to you. Alright, boys and girls, don't forget to complete the exercises in your workbook, page 12 and page 13. That's all for today. See you soon.